Today we're going to take a look at vector graphics with a tool called Figma. And a big thank you to Shannon Galway that supported me on Patreon. If you would like to check out my Patreon, you can find it down in the description. And of course, before we begin, let's just talk about NordVPN. NordVPN is a VPN with over 5100 servers in 62 countries and it is updated weekly. There's no data logging and all data is encrypted so you can browse the web securely. You can have NordVPN active on up to 6 devices simultaneously, and if you ever get trouble with anything, they also have a 24/7 customer support. If you use the link in the description, you will get a discount of 75% on a 3-year plan, so check it out now in the description. So I've already gone ahead and created a project, so you can check up in the top left corner, we can see all of the different tools we have in our disposal. So we have a move tool, we have our different shapes, and we also have this handy pen tool. And we will mostly use the shapes tool in this tutorial. So we'll look at the rectangle first of all. So with the rectangle, we're going to start off by creating a normal rectangle, and we will set the width to 600 and then the height to 200. So what we have now is the basic shape of a top-down view on the bill. So what we actually want to do is create this more isometric shape. So let's start by dragging the top down so we can get one of the sides. And this side is going to be when we are looking from the front view. And then we're actually going to use to copy this. So you can just use the Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V. And then we're going to scale it up at the height again to the same that we had before. And then we're just going to put it above the one that we just created. So now we have those two basic shapes. So let's start by putting them together and giving them some color so we can understand what's actually happening. So for the small rectangle, we're going to start off by picking a dark shade of green. And this green I've already picked out beforehand, and you can just copy it if you want to. For the other shape, we're going to use a lighter shade. And right when we apply that color, we can see that it's already getting this more isometric shape instead of being just flat. So the next step would be to add some more details on the front side of the bill. And to do this, we're actually going to just copy this shape again. And when we have copied this, we're just going to make it smaller. And we're going to hold down the shift to make it hold the shape that we wanted to, or we can just scale it down normally. I'm just going to hold down shift and then we're just going to edit it as we want to. So now we can see that we have this shape just lying in the middle of this square. And we can keep making it smaller if we want to do that. I'm just going to make some more minor changes so we can get it to the shape that we want to. And then when we have that, we can start giving it another color. So this color is actually going to be the same dark color as we had before. So just by adding that rectangle and setting another color, which is just the dark green color, we can see that it's already getting the shape that we want to and the details that we want to. So in Figma, we also have this right panel, which we can add more details to. So we can add a shadow effect. So we can have it just normally floating above, and also an inner shadow, which makes this look more 3D and more inwards the bill. We will just use the normal, so it's just flat on the bill. And now we can just start by incorporating more shapes, and we're going to use the circular one, and we're going to just add them at the top left and top right and bottom left and bottom right corners. And this will add this rounded effect to the shape of the bill. So one problem we have is that we actually don't want it to be on all corners, so we have to edit it separately. So what we can actually do is if we right click, we can see that we have a create component. And what a component is that you can actually just copy it and use it, and it will reference the master component. So now if we hold down Alt, we can just copy it to the places that we want. So we'll start by just putting it in each corner. So starting with the top left and then going and just adding them in the different corners of the bill. As we have done that, we can then select the master component and then set the color, and we'll just set it to this light green. So now we can see that it actually gets this rounded effect. And when we change the shape and everything on the master component, all of these different circles will change the shape as the master component does that. So now we actually want to create another component. So let's just copy it and then right click on it and detach the instance. So now we have its own object, and we're going to create any component out of that. So now you can see that this won't actually change the other components that we have. So we can actually use the start by holding Alt and then copy it down to the places that we want to. I will just put one to the left and one to the right to begin with. So just make sure they are leveled, and let's start by changing the shape a bit. So we're going to select the master component, and when we're selecting the master component, we can change the shape as we said before. So we're going to make it a bit bigger and then changing the height, and this will make it look like we're actually watching the build from the side and not from the top view. So as we can see, the right circle is a bit more to the right. So what I like to do is just take a rectangle and just see how much space the other one takes. And then we can just move that rectangle to the right side, and we can see that this shape needs to be moved a bit to the left. So let's just do that. And then we simply delete the rectangle again. So now this is looking more and more like the build that we wanted to create. So one more thing is we select the components, we can actually see that their name is ellipse. This isn't as descriptive as I want it to be, so let's just rename them so we can get a clear understanding on what they actually do. I'm just going to ignore the other shapes for now, as we're just going to group this object together later. So let's start by creating that circle in the middle, which is going to have the $sign on it. So we'll start by using a ellipse, which is the O key. And then we're just going to put that in the middle, which is going to be a bit bigger. Also, this will not be created as a component, as we will only have one of them. So we will just have it a bit larger and then just changing the height. So now we can see that it looks same as the small ones, just a bit bigger. And we're going to take just the same color. So now we're going to create the $sign. And to create the $sign, there are different methods to do that. Either you can use the pen tool, which I won't actually do in this one because that's just more complex than it needs to be. And with the pen tool, you can actually just create the shapes that you want to. But instead of doing this, we're just going to do a $sign. And as a $sign is on the keyboard, we can just use the text. And then we can just write out a $sign. So then we can simply just type in a $sign. And then we can put that in the spot that we want to. And we can actually just change the size of this $sign a bit. So for the size, we can actually just have it like this, and this looks pretty good. So we can just put that in the middle and we have this $sign. So the problem with this $sign is that it doesn't actually fit with the color. So let's just use the darker shade of green again, as it fits really good on this lighter shade. So now we're actually done with the visuals of this build. It has one problem which we are going to fix in a second. So if you remember before, I briefly showed the pen tool, which you can just put out the points yourself and paint out the shape that you want more freely. So one thing you should be aware of is that all of the different shape in vector also has these points. So you can actually just double click a square and then take that point and drag it however you want to. And with that, you can actually understand that we can get some pretty complicated shapes. We also have this bend tool. So if you just push with the bend tool and then use the move tool again, we can actually just take these points and make those curves that we want to have. We're not actually going to use those as it doesn't really fit with the build. So I'm just going to Ctrl+C on those. And we can start taking a look at the problem that we had. So when using vector graphics, you can actually scale it however you want to. But one problem occurred if we use a text. So before we try this, let's right click and group everything together. We can see that we have this frame or group, and we can just name it a $bill or whatever we want to. So now we can see the lace on the left corner is a bit more easy to understand. So now if we try to select this bill, we can actually reshape it as we want to. But as I explained before, the text actually isn't vectors. So when we scale, those won't scale as well. So we can see this weird effect with the $sign not scaling. But we have two different ways to fix this. So the first way is just selecting the $sign altogether. And when we select it, we can actually right click And here we have some different options. We can just copy it as PNG or SVG. And if we copy it as a SVG and just paste it in, we can see that this is a fully working SVG again, as it has created a dollar text field as a SVG. So we can see this by scrolling into the dollar sign. And when we have that, we can see in the left corner, we can see that this is actually a vector now. So this can actually be scaled however we want to. So I'm just going to remove that other build that we just copied, and I'm going to show you the other way. And this way is the one that I prefer. So first off, we're just going to ungroup it so it's a bit easier to work with. We're then going to take that dollar sign, and then we're going to actually copy that as a SVG. And when we do that, we are going to get the vector SVG file. And now we can use this vector instead in the dollar sign, which will make this whole item more scalable. So let's just group it all together again. And now if we just take a corner and try to scale it, we can see that it actually gets scaled with the whole bill, as it's now a vector again. So that's just a tip when using text and you want it to be scalable, just copy it as an SVG and then just pasting it in again, and that will make it work. So now when we are done with the vector shape, we can actually just mark everything that we want to copy, and then we can just copy it as a PNG and paste it in any editing software that you want to, which then you can just export and have a transparent background if you want to also. So if you like this video, please let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel, also hitting that notification bell so it will give you notifications. And also don't forget to check out my Patreon and NordVPN down in the description. You can also find links to all of the other stuff I'm using down as well. If you like this video, please let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.